Thank you so much, Bill, for that kind introduction. It is such a privilege to be here today among so many of my esteemed colleagues and friends. It's remarkable to think about the growth of this community. If you think back 5 years ago and looking at Red Sky Summit 2025 today, this community didn't exist. I want to say thank you to all of you for taking your time, your talents, and your resources and bringing it to this issue. The wildfire crisis, I believe, is an issue that we can solve for. For many of you in this room, I know for a fact that you could be working on something else. Yet, somewhere along your journey, you were impacted by fire or a loved one in a personal way, which changed the trajectory of your life. Yet, despite the promise of today, we are at risk of missing the opportunity of tomorrow unless we are more deliberate in how we connect the talent of the technologist to the immediate needs of the firefighter. Fireworks ensures that we do not miss this moment. Our vision is to accelerate innovation and empower the firefighter to end catastrophic wildfire impacts. We aim to break through bureaucratic drag, rapidly scale fire technology, and do in months what would otherwise take years. There are about actually 50 people in this room who helped inform fireworks. But I know that it's going to take a much larger community than that to make fireworks successful. Inspired by the vision and the support of the Gordon and Betty Moore Foundation, a private family foundation, Megafire Action, and also the work of Google.org's AI Collaborative on Wildfires, we're just getting started. And lastly, I am deeply indebted to the local, state, and federal agencies that are willing to take a bet on fireworks, including CAL FIRE, Orange County Fire Authority, and the Department of Defense R&D programs. But we don't plan on stopping there. Our hope is that fireworks is a strategy that enables innovation and catalyzes innovation across fire agencies globally. So thank you so much, Bill, for the opportunity to be able to launch fireworks here at Red Sky Summit 2025. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you for the partnership between both of you. We wouldn't be able to announce what we're going to announce today without it in such great words, and we're very willing to take that bet on, so thank you very much. So today I want to announce a first of its kind within the fire service, something we're calling the Fire Innovation Unit, and it's working in partnership directly with philanthropy and government. The interesting thing about that that intrigues me so much is that, philanthropy is the social venture capital. It's the investment in the social good. And government's job is to provide public service. And what a perfect marriage between the two. So the context, the horsepower, the ability, the reach of philanthropy coupled with government to be able to develop this thing called the Fire Innovation Unit. And the Fire Innovation Unit will function as the innovation arm within CAL FIRE. Its sole purpose will be to test, prove the efficacy of new and novel technologies that are being brought to the marketplace or being thought of to be released, to be built in concert with government. And we're very excited to be at the forefront of that. And it is truly a philanthropic and public partnership for innovation. And so we're very excited to share that with you. One of the fruits of that partnership is something I'd like to announce today. We developed something called a development challenge. Many of us have heard of a hackathon, right? That's very similar. But our development challenge is focused on a very specific thing that the fire service is in great need of right now. And it's the ability to take on what that next generation of data acquisition is going to look like. So we built out a challenge to create a reference system architecture for low Earth orbit satellite data collection. And I'm proud to say that challenge occurred in a fairly short time frame and quick turnaround. with partnership of the Earth Fire Alliance and the Gordon and Betty Moore Foundation. And today we're going to announce 3 winners for 3 distinct challenges that we posed to the crowd. Because we know in government, obviously we don't have all the answers, but it's this group, it's this enthusiasm, it's this community that helps us define and build out those solutions. So what you see here on this slide, there are 3 challenges. One was related to data sources, ingestion mechanisms, data storage, and then the presentation layer, the analytics layer. We had teams on every continent, with the exception of Antarctica, that came forward with solutions. We had 34 teams that showed up that want to be part of developing the solution. So we're very proud to be able to announce these publicly today. These teams are hearing this for the first time. If they're here, congratulations. If they're not, they're going to be notified here shortly. But this is an ongoing trend that we're going to be able to approach and develop to take on these provocative challenges that we find here in the fire service and in fire technology. So very excited again for this partnership, and thank you both so much.
Thank you. All right. It's exciting news. So I have to say, first of all, just what an honor it is to be in this room with all of you. And I'm reflecting on a couple of through lines from this morning. And the first is this obvious point that we have a big and growing challenge. And that's the urgency side of the equation that we think about. But we also think about this accelerating pace of technological innovation. And that's the opportunity factor. And that's something that is really near and dear to us at the Gordon and Betty Moore Foundation, because the name we carry comes from the man behind Moore's Law. And it was 60 years ago that the editor of Electronics magazine reached out to a handful of people in the semiconductor industry and asked them for their predictions for the future. And Gordon Moore, in his always humble and incisive way, made this observation that the number of transistors on an integrated circuit had been doubling at regular intervals, and predicted that it would continue for years to come. And the rest is history. That became a self-fulfilling prophecy for Silicon Valley. Carver Mead coined it Moore's Law, and it really has been the spirit of Moore's Law that's continued to drive innovation. But we all know that delivering on the power and the promise of innovation is going to take co-production and co-development and collaboration across sectors if we're going to meet this scale of wildfires today and get ahead of the fires of the future. And that was our interest in supporting the Development Challenge, and we are just so grateful to Scott Gregory and the whole team at CAL FIRE, Earth Fire Alliance, the competitors, and we extend our hearty congratulations to the winning teams. It also is the idea behind what Fireworks will accomplish. These formalized public-private partnerships, and why we are enthusiastic supporters alongside the AI Wildfire Collaborative and a private family donor of Chris Anthony's extraordinary leadership and that of the extraordinary public agencies that you just heard from him. So I have 2 calls to action for all of you. And the first is, please reach out if you want to talk about fireworks and ways to partner and contribute. And then the second is to please keep growing this Red Sky community. Fireworks is one example of where these Red Sky conversations can lead if we're working together to chart that path to an exponentially more fire-resilient future. So please reach out. Thank you. And hopefully we'll see you all at lunch, but not before the next session. That's it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.